In this world you will have tribulation, but be of good cheer, for I have overcome the world. Hello friends, I'm Cal Barnes. This is Unlimited Creation, and today we're going to pass that test. You will be tested. You will be tested. You will be tested. When you're going out to win, when you're going out for greatness, you will be tested. The larger the goal, the more you'll be tested. And to quote Spider-Man, with great power comes great responsibility. With great power comes great responsibility. With great power comes great responsibility. Why these tests? It's to separate the wheat from the chaff. It's to separate the talkers from the doers. It's to separate those that say they want it from those that actually want it. It's the test that makes you. It's the test that makes the man. It's the test that makes you, or it's the test that breaks you. When you want something great, when your goals are lofty, when you want to be a famous actor, when you want to be a successful writer, when you want to be a big filmmaker, these are big goals. These are big goals for a reason. Many people would love to hold those positions in society, and only a few can. Only a few can. Only a few can. Back in the day, if you wanted to make it, you pretty much had to move to Los Angeles. There weren't a lot more options. There were obviously benefits to this because if you were someone who made the choice to move to LA, you're only competing with people in LA, and it's still a lot of people, but it was contained to LA. Now you're competing with the world. Now you don't have to move to LA, so the bar for entry or for throwing your hat in the ring is lower, but now there's even more people doing it. There's even more people doing it. There's even more people doing it. You will be tested. How much do you want it? How much more do you want it than the other guy, than the other millions of people that would love to hold that position? You will be tested. How does the universe test us? Well, there's a lot of ways it does it. I'll just speak from my own personal experience. The main thing, the number one thing it's tested me with is time. Time has tried to break me. Time has tried to break me, and I have withstood the test of time. I've been in Los Angeles for 16 years. I've been in Los Angeles for 16 years. That is a long time to be doing something and have not got to where I want yet. Yes, I'm on my way. Yes, I'm grateful for the things I've accomplished, but I have not arrived at where I want to be yet. I'm on my way, but I'm not there yet. In fact, I'm not sure if you ever get there, but I have certain standards in my mind that I want to meet, and then I'll feel like I've actually made it. And then there's still, it never stops. You can keep going, but I'll be like, okay, I made it to the base minimum I need to feel like I accomplished the main goal. I've been doing it for 16 years. That's a lot longer than a lot of the people I looked up to. Well, do the math. It kind of makes sense, right? There's a lot more people that want to be big actors or filmmakers or writers now because the access is easier and it's a global marketplace. It's not an LA marketplace than there were 10, 20, 30 years ago when the people I look up to were giving it their shot, right? So if it takes me twice as long, what makes sense because there's a lot more than twice as many people trying to do it. The competition pool is bigger. It's going to take longer to rise above all the chaff, rise above all the people that say they want it, that maybe even it looks like they want it for a while, but when they don't get chosen or they don't get lucky in 5, 10 years, they leave. They leave. I've seen it. I'm still here. I'm still here, baby. I'm still here. God or the universe has tested me with time. You're not going to break me with time. You're not going to break me with time. You're not going to break me with time. Time doesn't exist. Time doesn't exist when you're doing what you love to do. Every day is a win. Every day is a win, baby. Every day I'm in this industry. Every day I'm in this city. The sun is shining. I'm writing the scripts I want to write. I'm producing the movie I want to produce that I'm going to be starring in a role that is a dream role. Every day is a win, baby. Every day is a win. The universe will try to break young artists with time. Another thing the universe uses to try and break you and separate the wheat from the chaff is money. Money breaks a lot of actors. Money breaks a lot of actors. It's a tough industry. It's feast or famine, and most people are in famine. As I've mentioned before, 87% of SAG, the top union for actors, professional actors, 87% makes less than 26 grand a year. You cannot live off that in LA. That means 87% of actors aren't full-time. They have another job, or acting is a hobby, or acting is something that they're still hoping one day they'll make a living on. Out of that 13% that's working, the majority of them are making a middle-class living, if that, and then just a few percent, maybe 1%, are living a pretty big life, and only 0.01% are truly rich, and that is how it is. So money pushes a lot of artists out. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. It's not a get-rich-quick scheme. You gotta love it. You gotta love it to play this game. Yes, there's a lot of money at the top. We all know that. We all see it. But for the most of the career, in the building phase, in the learning phase, and in the growing phase, there ain't a lot. For most people, there ain't a lot. And unless you come from wealth or come from a trust fund, it's a grind, baby. It's a grind. And this town, the universe, God, will test you with money. How little can you live on? How close can you ride that line? How many jobs can you work? It breaks a lot of people. It breaks a lot of people. I know a lot. I know a lot. Most leave LA. Some are still here and gave it up. I'm still here, baby. Money hasn't broken me. Money hasn't broken me. So, time, money, and the last is energy. Energy breaks a lot of actors. Energy breaks a lot of actors. I'm speaking about acting mainly because it's the most competitive, it's the most unpredictable, and it's the one most people are trying to do. But energy breaks a lot of actors. It takes a lot of energy when you're barely surviving, when you're working 2 or 3 other jobs, to send it every time in auditions, to send it every time in auditions. I know because I've done it for a very long time, and it is exhausting, especially if you're not winning, especially if you're not getting the auditions you want. Like I said, I had a 13% booking rate in 2025, which isn't bad, honestly. A little over 1 out of 10 I book. Not bad. Like, if you knew you're going into it and you're going to book 1 out of 10 auditions, wouldn't you give it your all? What really is tough is not getting the auditions for the parts that you know will give you the kind of money and clout that you're seeking so that you can have a sustainable career. Putting so much work into projects that no one sees, that no one cares about, that's energy draining, man. Doing 300 auditions in a year and still doing 300 auditions in a year after you've done thousands of auditions for over a decade already, and you still aren't in the types of projects that you want to be in. You still aren't in the types of projects you want to be in. Like I said on my last episode, a guy does a short film and boom, he's in a Hulu series. The network signs off on him. He's making $80,000 an ep. It isn't fair, man. It's not a fair industry. But it's not about it being fair. Like I've said, no one's entitled to anything. People deserve those jobs. Have I put in enough work that I deserve those jobs? If we're looking at it that way, then yes, more than that guy who's just done 1 short. I did 20 shorts for free in my first year. But that doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. It's irrelevant. The system doesn't care about you. It's just an industry. It doesn't matter that I've done way more work or maybe deserve it more than someone who got it quick. It doesn't matter. Is it fair? No, but that's irrelevant. It's just an industry. Why am I saying this? Because yes, it is energy draining to deal with that. Any actor, which is most actors, because like I said, most people don't get lucky or chosen. Any actor that's in it for over 5 years or a decade that hasn't been selected yet, that hasn't been chosen yet, will know exactly what I'm saying. It is energy draining when you see that happen. When you see how much work you've put in for so long and it still hasn't paid off yet, and you see someone come into town and get chosen and get lucky, because it's an impersonal, unfair, irreverent system. That's just the way it is. It's just business. It's not personal. But it is energy draining, and the universe or God, whatever you want to call it, will try and break you, will test you with this. So you have time, money, and energy. Those are 3 factors that the universe will try and break an artist with, and it hasn't broke me yet. I'm still here, baby. I'm still here. There's a lot more, but those are the 3 we're going to cover today. And all I can say is I'm still grateful. The sun's shining. I'm working on my dream project. Yeah, I wasn't selected by the system. Yeah, I wasn't chosen. But the beautiful part about today is you don't need to be. You can decide. You can choose to win. It's a beautiful time because your life is no longer dictated. If you choose to do the work, your life is no longer dictated by the system, where if you get chosen, you actually get to live the life you dreamed of. And if you don't get to live the life you dreamed of. That sucks. It sucked. It always sucked for most people that didn't get picked. But now you don't need to get picked. You just got to make a decision. And it's a beautiful thing. And if those 3 things don't break you as an actor, as a writer, as a filmmaker, time, money, and energy, you might just have a shot at making it to the top of Mount Hollywood. Thank you for tuning in to Unlimited Creation. I'm Cal Barnes. Remember to subscribe on YouTube and Spotify for more weekly content. And until then, you will be tested, but be of good cheer, for he has overcome the world.